Okay, joining me this week on the video sports page, Adam Vinatieri of the New England Patriots. Talk about playing golf here, relaxing with the fans.
Having a great time out here. There's a lot of fans that have been really supportive, yelling and cheering. Been hitting the ball kind of not very good, but I'm having a good time anyway.
Anybody recommending you kick it rather than swing at it?
I think my score would be better if I was kicking it.
Talk about a change in the coaching staff and see how it affects a kicker compared to a running back or a defensive player where there's so many different plays.
Well, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. I have my special teams coach, and as long as I'm kicking the ball well, I think everybody just kind of doesn't say too much. My special teams coach and we talk close to each other, but other than that, I don't have too much interaction with the other guys.
What about playing at Foxborough Stadium behind those fans that you've played before, a packed house since you've been here?
They're great. They're great. They're always supportive of us, and I remember our first year AFC Championship. Man, that was the most exciting thing ever, just having all them fans out there cheering for us. We got a lot of great fans around here.
Obviously a special teams player in pro sports. What about in your high school days? What other sports you play? What other positions?
I was a quarterback and linebacker in high school, football. I played soccer, baseball, wrestling, pretty much everything. Everything, whatever sport was going on, that's what I was doing.
When you were in high school, did you think you had that leg that maybe you could kick in the pro game? Did you think there was a shot?
I always dreamed and wished and hoped and did everything I could. You never know at that level. It's kind of far down the road, and you kind of have to take a lot of little steps to finally get to the big goal. But I always had the dream and the want and the drive to do it, and I'm very fortunate that the good Lord gave me some ability and the opportunity to be in it.
Who were some of your idols?
I was a quarterback too, so Marino, Elway, some of those guys, and Morton Anderson and Nick Lowry and Gary Anderson, some of the older guys. They were definitely, I looked up to them and I idolized them.
Once you made the Patriots, who was that pro athlete? Some of the ones you just mentioned that maybe you couldn't wait to be on the field and look across and say, hey, I'm going to play against them today, not watch them on TV.
Well, it's funny. The first game that we ever played in preseason game was the Green Bay Packers, so Favre and all those guys were out there. The second one was the Dallas Cowboys, so now you got Aikman and Emmett and all those guys, Deion Sanders. So it was neat. It took me about a month before I finally got into, hey, I'm rubbing shoulders with these guys and not to be in awe.
You mentioned about the Cowboys. How about that tackle you made on Herschel Walker? You must get ribbed with that from forever.
You know what? I'm much more known for that versus any kick that I've ever made, and that's okay. I'd like to be known for being a tough guy throwing my head in there. That's cool.
People talk about the pressure of the kickers. You can see a team moving the ball downfield. You're in the 2-minute warning and so forth. What are you thinking about?
Not too much. Just try to make sure I get out there and kick the ball and do a good job.
Appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Adam Vinatieri joining us this week on the Video Sports Page. We'll continue with more.